What is going on, guys? Joey Franzel here with Flex Training Systems. I am finally coming to you with the Arnold recap video. I'm just going to let the lifts play while I talk to you guys a little bit. And then when I get the beginning stuff out of the way, so when I get all my excuses out of the way, um, then I'll just break down each individual lift. And yeah, so Arnold happened many moons ago, it seems like. I believe it was March 7th. What is very interesting to me now is looking back, who would have thought that that'd be like the last meet that anybody gets to do for a long time. I believe there were some meets happening the week after, but then by the 21st, that was it. There was, I think, maybe Florida still wasn't locked down yet, but yeah, that was it. That was like the last meet. So I am very thankful that I was able to compete. I'm very thankful that I'm able to, that I was able to knock that out of the way. Um, so leading into this meet, I had the best prep I've ever had, primarily on squat. Bench was doing very good as well. And then around the end of July, I got super bad food poisoning, and that just pretty much knocked me out for. I didn't eat normal for a long time, and that was very difficult to deal with. It was the worst food poisoning I had gotten. It was interesting because Amanda and Russ were here, and we went to go eat with some of the guys from Zoo at a place that I've eaten at many times. And for whatever reason, that time was the time that got me. It messed me up bad. A lot of you guys have already heard the story, but it that happened, and then I'm like, I mean, I can pull up my calendar here, but basically, it's like, okay, cool, you got over your food poisoning. But now I was one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 5 weeks out, and I'm like, I feel weak as shit, right? I remember taking my single that week, and it was the 700 single that like I tried to rack it and I hit the thing and I like almost died. Granted, I don't know if I was on kilos yet. Um, I don't know if I was on kilos yet, and we had found out. Like I was kind of suspicious, so I went back and I started weighing my plates, uh, and my pound plates are super light. It turns out they're like 40. I think it was close to 42 pounds on some of them. So a lot of my weights that I had been hitting in the gym were not as accurate. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna get on kilos. So that was another thing. Maybe my 750 wasn't really 750. I think I did a good job trying to bounce back from the food poisoning. But it was still a fucking pain in the ass, and it's very discouraging when you have a competition. You're a month out from a competition and you got sick, and now it's just like, all right, well, that's like there's a huge wrench in my thing. Food poisoning more than anything because I've had fevers and shit and gotten sick and the flu or whatever, but I just eat, like I just sleep and eat and I just like power through it, you know, um, and just take care of myself and I can still get my calories in and I'm okay. But with food poisoning, it's like you literally can't take anything in and you're just throwing up constantly, which is going to directly affect like your ability to like synthesize new protein when you're in such a deficit. So um, I felt very weak that week, and my mindset and my plan and training was just like, all right, um, I got sick. There's nothing I can do about it. It happened, right? What am I going to do now? So I did like a basically I took like 12 weeks and I did like a mini prep in 5 weeks. I basically started from square one, where I ramped my volume really high, and then I did 1 week. If for those of you that speak in the periodization term, which I fucking hate because I don't do things like that. I just kind of do things my way, and they just somehow magically have been working out all these years, right? So I'll do like think 3 weeks volume, 1 week strength, 1 week taper or power. That's it, right? And I don't drop volume that much on bench, especially. I was doing AMRAPs on bench with like 385. The only good bench day that I had after I got sick, like every fucking bench day sucked. It was terrible. But my one good bench day was 6 days out. I took 386 for a set of six after doing multiple sets of three, I believe. That was my only good day. That was like the one day where I was like, okay, this is a day. Typically, when something happens in training, when I get sick or something like that, I use the best days in training after the sickness or after the event or the problem or whatever the hell happened. That is the day that I use to sort of plan my numbers for meet day. So the best squat. I mean, I did the numbers with you guys here. We did predictions and everything. Um, the best squat that I had was the 716 on the kilos. I just threw away my 750. I was like, that didn't even happen. I don't even care. I got sick after. My plates are inconsistent. I don't care, right? That didn't happen. Which can be hard for some people to completely disregard a big lift like that. Threw away my 750. Stupid easy, by the way. Threw that away. Threw out all my 455 benches that I was taking every week. Just that didn't happen. And I said, okay, I have my 386 for six to work off. I have my 750 squat to work off, and sorry, not 750, 716 squat to work off. And then for deadlift, I think I only took like 628 in the gym on kilos. My deadlift peaks like crazy, 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 crazy. Damn, just thinking about that day and like chilling with the boys in the gym training, um, it makes me really miss being around people. But anyway, um, those are the numbers that I had to go by, and I said I'm only going to use numbers that I hit after getting sick as like meet day numbers, um, and I think that played a huge role in me being able to go 9 for 9. That and then the sort of like overarching theme for this meet is to just not make the same mistake as last year, and that was that I missed my third deadlift. I told myself I'm not gonna do that. I waited an entire year for this competition. The last thing I'm gonna do is miss on the last thing I'm gonna do is miss because of my own decision making, right? Um, so I told myself I was gonna be safe. We already set that up. I got sick, whatever. We got new meet numbers. So now, coming into the meet, I remember like it's the Wednesday of my last training day, before going to the Arnold. I believe I leave the next day, and I just remember them saying the Arnold was canceled, and that completely fucked up my mood. That like literally just killed my desire to want to compete. But I did not hear from the federation, so I didn't think that the meet was gonna be canceled for sure. Like as far as lifting goes, so I told myself I'm just gonna go do my last training day, and if the meet gets canceled, I'll do a mock meet at zoo. Just carry on with my life, right? Um, yeah. So we get on the plane. I gotta worry about being sick this whole time. Everyone's talking about corona. Everyone's talking about be careful, this and that, this and that. And it was super annoying to have to wash my hands. I wore a mask. I wore my hoodie. Luckily I didn't have to sit next to anyone until um, the way back. I had to sit next to someone and just hope that they're not sick. But it was just anxiety. It was just like a dark cloud that kind of overshadowed everything. The pressure, there was tremendous pressure from the sickness thing and just everything going on. It just sucked. Um, it just really, really sucked. So, to have to come in and perform and compete, like I was very much like in the moment. Like I didn't worry about anything except for what was in front of me. I had to worry about nutrition when I got there. Worry about making sure that I compete on time. What really also screwed me up, which I hated more than anything, probably like out of all those things, they moved my start time up like 6.5 hours. So I was originally going to compete at 4:30 p.m. and they moved it up to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Sorry, which completely screwed me because one, I'm in LA, so I'm on a time lag. Two, I don't wake up till 2 p.m. East Coast time anyway. So now I'm basically lifting like I'm lifting like way before I would even wake up. So I feel like shit. I feel like so shitty, right now. Um, so we get to the meet, and I remember going there to weigh in, and I'm just feeling tired of shit. I'm just feeling ridiculously tired. Uh, I am. I make weight obviously because I'm like light every meet. I make weight, and I just say, you know what? I'm gonna do my best. That's what I came here to do. We'll see how I feel in warm-ups. Um, and I actually didn't tell anyone about this. I told one person, maybe two. But I think I'm not sure why or how or what. But leading into this meet, I started getting pain in the right side of my thigh, and I just kind of ignored it because it takes a lot for me to like not train. I'm not gonna skip my only squat day unless I'm like severely injured. Um, but it was getting bad. Like it was very painful, but I could tell it was muscular, so I could like push through it. And then I just remember, I think it was after the 716. It was warming up to the 716 that the pain started going away, like in the gym. And then later the next days, like 2 days after, I bruised really bad on the inside of my hamstring. So I don't know if I tore an adductor or something, but it bruised, and that's great. That doesn't affect your mentality at all. Um, and it's crunch time, and my mentality with those things is if I'm at my last couple pivotal workouts, for the competition, I'm not going to change it. I don't regret the decision at all, but it did happen. I don't know. It was just another mental thing. I don't think it really affected me. It was in an area that wasn't really a prime mover, so it wasn't like if it's a glute or a hamstring, like the part that I used to squat, so like kind of lower, like the lower part of my glute, a quad, a pec, a tricep on bench or something, shoulder, then you got to really be careful because you're literally going to load that area. I think this was just more like a mobility thing. I wasn't warmed up and I just like pulled something. I mean, I bruised, so I obviously tore something, but it's like whatever. Don't like if you are coaching yourself, don't do that. And if you coach with me, then I'm probably going to tell you, yo, let's take it easy. But that's just me. I know my limits. I played a lot of sports. I've been hurt many times. I've been messed up, and I've still been able to perform. So, but yeah, don't follow that advice. So we get to the meet. I'm warming up. I take like 683 or 688, and I'm like, yo, what? This feels fine. So I'm gonna keep my opener 705. So now we're actually getting to the list. Now that I got the excuses out the way, they're not. It's not really excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you guys what I went through. And had none of that stuff happened, and like there's no coronavirus or man, if this video gets in trouble because I said that, I'm gonna be pissed. But there's no. Actually, I don't even care. I don't care if I don't make money from this video. I don't care. I just want you guys to be able to see it. Um, but um, yeah, warming up felt okay. Kept 705. If I hit all my numbers, if I hit like if I hit like 760, 480, 672, 666, I probably would be done. I'd probably just diet right now. I would literally diet right now. Go down to like 105, and then maybe take a break there for a little while, and then just see if I want to keep dieting. Um, but I didn't. So the fire is still there, and I guess I'm just gonna keep trying to make some progress at 120. Um, let's take a look at my opener here. Initially when I got like this strong, I guess you could say, um, this 700 was like a mental thing, and now it's just very confident. It's a very comfortable weight. It's a weight that I know very well. I'm very familiar with it. Um, Something that I am very proud of, just watching my squat evolve over the years. If you guys watch the plates, look at the plates where it says Rogue. In the past, because my stance was a bit more narrow and I didn't know how to squat right, I would have my hips would rock back like crazy and the plates would start spinning a lot, and that still happens, and I don't think it's never gonna go away completely, but it's way, 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 way less. It's like astronomically less. So I'm very proud of that. That's just a random note. So 705. Just looking at the speed of it real quick. Whoa, that was so quick. I didn't even get to watch it. Yeah, so a little sticky, but I would say that's like an 8. Typically, I like my openers to be about a 7, and I'm confident that it would have been a 7 had I not had all that shit happen to me. But not every prep is going to be perfect. You just got to do what you got to do. And shit, it don't even matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you just like if you're showing up, if you're competing, just compete. Um, yeah, so I'm here, and I'm like, cool. I know I could do 7:38, even though the best I had ever done on kilos. Well, I did 7:44 last year, so I was like, I should be able to do this. Um, despite all the shit that my body went through, this could give me a good idea of like what I have. So rather large jump, but something that I'm pretty used to. Not too bad. I think 750 was the right call. It is like it's right there. It's gonna be hard, but we're gonna get it done. And that's exactly what we did. 749.57 on the bar. Tina's taking my headphones off. I'm wrapping my wrist wraps over here. If you guys can't see, right behind Jen Thompson. Gino over here in the back. And yeah, how are your ass up, boy? I moved my grip in just a tiny bit because these are like not as wide as my rack in the gym. Um, just doing my normal routine, the same squat I've done probably thousands of times now, thousands and thousands of times. And I think the one factor also that you guys may have heard me talk about before is whenever you're lifting like big weight like that. I think I had another 5 pounds, maybe another 10, but I'm cool with it. It's all good. 750, I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day. All the 120s ended up squatting 750. I don't know why, but we just did. We all squatted 750. Um, I don't even remember what I was talking about just now. Oh yeah, 750. So when you're dealing with big weights like that, like okay, there's like physics that are involved, right? There's a lot of things that go into like squatting a big weight. It's not only being strong enough to do it. It's not only like where your head placement, your hand placement, your feet placement, bar path, all this other stuff. All this stuff comes together. And you're dealing with the physics of your equipment. So the bar that we're using, the plates that we're using, you know, is the floor stable? All these different things, right? Um, and I said this to Russ after he missed his. I don't even remember what it was. It was like one nationals. I got very very close to 700 and he barely missed it after blowing up 7.5 kgs before. It was actually 7 kilos flat, I believe, because we were going for a record and I had the ability to do that. But the physics are gonna change, and you're gonna need to touch that weight a few times before you kind of know how to handle it. So I think that was definitely happening here. I mean, I've only squatted this much like 3 times in my life, or close to it. So it's just something that I feel like I could execute better. The more that I touch it. Next time I hit this, you know, next time I'm here and there's a green plate on there, I will make sure that like I'll be better prepared. So coming into bench, like I said, I only had my 386 for six to go off of, so I'll just take 440, which is like my normal. It's like my normal opener all the time, but I knew bench was gonna be a little bit off. I just knew it. I just felt it warming up. I felt pretty good warming up. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you. I had been complaining about elbow pain all of prep, which was also tanking my bench big time. And after this squat, I think let me just roll it here. Watch my elbow. Like you see it kind of come up and shake a little bit. The pain that I was in, the pain that I was in after this squat. I remember sitting on like the chair where I was in front of the rack I was warming up at and just looking down at my elbow and trying to move my hand and being in so much pain and people literally talking to me, just people trying to talk to me and I didn't even hear them. I couldn't even hear them. I was like, holy fuck, my arm was about to fall off. It was so bad. It was so unbelievably bad. I resorted to taking pain medication. So we took some ibuprofen, 600 milligrams, and I kid you not, in 10 minutes, I was talking to those people and I forgot about my elbow almost. I remember warming up and thinking to myself, how? How is this possible? What is drugs? What is drugs? That's what I kept saying. What is drugs? How is this working right now? This is some crazy other world. Never in the history. This is never of all my days of elbow pain. Like a million days of elbow pain, right? It's not even. I don't even know if it's elbow. It's like bicep tendon, elbow region, whatever. Bench has just 2 days later. 2 days later, it would hurt. Right, that if I did double sessions, like double lifts in the same session, forget it. I'm lifting 205. No, I'm lifting like 315 for painful reps, right? I felt nothing. I felt nothing. 10 minutes after taking those pills, I felt nothing. I didn't even know. I didn't even feel anything, right? So, wow. That was crazy. That was like literally, that was like something that I had not ever experienced before. And I've taken them many times, never noticed anything. I ain't feel shit. And yeah, so if you got any kind of ache or inflammation type deal, just take it, and it helped me. Don't I never ever take it. So I'm probably hyper ultra mega sensitive to it. Shout out to Tina in the red competition flex tee, um, helping me through everything. Took 440 there, nice and easy. Then I went up 7 keys to 457. Could have gone up a little bit more, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to be safe. I have never missed a bench in my career, and I am not about to miss one now. So 457.6.46. I'm telling the guy, yo, I want my lift off like this. 1, 2, up. Right? I train on an knee rack. Granted, my garage is like slanted. So I'm always dealing with an incline or a decline depending on which way I decide to face. But it's close enough. So we come out here. Like I said, I'm kind of figuring out where I'm at on the day. I only have that one good bench day to really go off of. Meet day, I have more bloat than any other day of the week. So I know my benches are going to be there. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Yeah. I know that I could have destroyed that. Had, again, all the shit I talked about at the beginning of the video if that didn't happen, but it is what it is. And I just say, you know what, I'm going to be safe. The last time I was here and I was on fire, I hit 474 on a fat pad. Probably could have hit 480. I'm not on the fat pad now, so I have less support. We went through hell to get here. Let's just go ahead and be safe. Let's take the 468. Build the total. Put ourselves in a position to hit a bigger PR total on the deadlift, which is a scary thought because my deadlift is not reliable. My deadlift is not a lift I would put all my chips on. Um, so nice little third attempt. I don't really want my third attempts much harder than that, but that's just me. Coming into deadlift, like I said, the best deadlift that I had was 628 in training. And I had realized as I sort of progressed through the day that I just need to pull my pants up even more, right? I thought I had them up high. Need to pull them up higher. Need to pull them up higher. So we're going to open with 600. And my mentality was I could go 600 depending how it moves. I could go 650 like I did last year. Last year I went 600, 650, 683. This year I believe I go 600, 639 because I wanted to set myself up for a good third. You know, you don't want to pull it too hard. That was super easy, but again, we're locking out at our PP. So, yeah, 644. Okay, cool. So I jumped even more than I thought. Remember, guys, PP lockouts are no fun. They're not. They're fucking terrible. But you know, we like how can the gods give me the legs that I have and give me those little arms? I don't even have arms. Like literally, if you look at my body, my arms are literally like 5% of the total thing, right? Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, 7%, something like that. You know, I ended up getting 3 whites on that, which I'm cool about, and I'm like, I keep getting stuck on my keep getting stuck on my singlet, so I'm gonna pull that shit up even higher. Now, before we pull this is what I came for, right? I imagine lifting 8 lifts, and the only way you're gonna get a PR total is on your last pull, and you're as inconsistent of a puller as me. So it's all here. It's everything comes down to I freaking traveled across wherever. I dodged getting sick. Again, like I was wearing a mask. I had to wash my hands every 5 seconds. They moved up my training time or my lifting time. All everything that had happened. Right, I had literally almost just said screw it. I don't want to do the meet to get to this moment. So I'm like, okay, Joey, I need you to execute like you always do. But this is the one. This is the one lift. This is the chink in my armor, right? This is the one lift where I don't really, I have trouble knocking it down, and I think we have to. You always got to come to terms with what your ailment is or what your weakness is. If you accept it, then you can do better at it next time. So, I'm getting a little anxious, getting a little excited, and I'm like, you know what? Come on, man. Let's do the same thing we always do. Nothing different here. Take my breath at the top. For those of you that suck at gripping the bar, this is what I'm going to advise you to do. And I ended up getting 3 whites on that. There's no hitch like there was last time, but my knees do come forward slightly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that was like crazy enough for them to say that I was supporting it on my knees. And I got obviously 3 whites, so and I already know those judges, and those are not easy judges. I'll take it. You got to take it, man. You got to take the dubs. So this is a 5 kg deadlift total. Really quick, I just want to talk about the grip. For a lot of you guys that hold the bar in your fingers, I can't. I don't think I can hold this bar in my fingers. I'm pretty sure that I can't. But when I grip it the way that I'm gripping it, there's no way I'm gonna miss. There's no way I'm gonna miss. Like, okay, you see, I have so much tension because I'm holding my breath right now that I use my left hand to pull myself down as I dig the bar into the lowest point in my palm, right? I'm literally using like creating leverage to pull myself into the bar, and then once that hand is set, look where the bar is in relation to my knuckles, right? It's like an inch above my knuckles. I do the same thing on the other side, and I sort of lock myself into position, make sure I extend my arm all the way, and as I'm doing this, as I'm sitting down, I'm applying pressure into the bar. You guys can see it kind of bend a little bit, and like the plates kind of rock out because it's bending. And then I push with the legs as hard as I can, and then we try to make it clean. So I'm very happy with that. I ended up totaling 1880. I didn't really hit. I'm very happy with deadlift, but I didn't really hit the goals that I wanted to hit on the other lifts. I mean, I went through a lot of shit to get here. I don't think I've ever gone through more shit going into a meet. Imagine getting ready for a meet and them telling you, yo, your meet's canceled. It really kills you, right? It's just like, wow, okay, that's great, brothers. But it is what it is. We came all the way out. We handled business. We overcame adversity. We still managed to PR total, PR squat, PR deadlift. PR deadlift, guys. That's not something that I get to say often. I've said that less than 5 times in the last 3 years. So I was very happy with that. And again, it's about where did I come? Where did I come from? Where did I start from? Where am I now? Um, Let me do a meet on a Texas power bar, and man, deadlift is not gonna be my worst lift. But yeah, um, I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. We dodged some bullets. We got it done. If you guys are able to take something away from this video, let me know. I made this video because I had asked my chat yesterday before I got off, do you guys want to see this? Or do you guys want to see just like a regular informative video? And everybody said Arnold recap, so there we go. We've been doing a lot of cool things on Twitch. We've been doing programming, literally programming live. I've never done that before. I literally program in front of people. We've programmed. Um, I've done podcasts. I'm just trying to like do different things with my ability to stream. I'm doing lifting streams all the time now. There's a lot of things I'm gonna do there. So if you guys want to get involved, you want to just like be a part of a community that's supportive and get better as a lifter. As always, in all my videos, my Twitch link is down below. Um, I think I might do Tina's programming live soon, and I might start having people send in, like, I'll have 3 people send in a competition. They send in their competition, and I'm just gonna break it down like I did this, but I'm really gonna go over technique and stuff and what they did wrong and why they got reds or whatever. So I think that'll be really fun. And then if I can get over being antisocial, then we'll start potting again, podcasting again. But yeah, guys, if you're able to take something away from this video, you guys already know. Let me get a Bunker Boys in the comments down below. Um, that's it. I got another informative video coming up. It is about just like be careful where you take your training advice from. I think it's really interesting, and I'm not sure you guys have heard it before. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And yeah, Arnold recap video is done. I'm thankful that I was able to get it in, and I'm just very looking forward to this whole damn thing. Like, guys, you have to understand that we were on a rocket ship up. Flex was up. Like, we were already up, but we were up. We were going up. I was gonna do some crazy stuff, and then we got hit with this thing, and now I'm just trying to like get by, you know. Um, for those of you that are still here, uh, we do have space on the team because a lot of people literally can't even train. So if you do have a means to train and you have the finances and you want to get better, now's your time. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, flextrainingsystems.com down below. Wow, I've never ever like said that before in a video. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bunker Boys in the comments below, and I will see you next time. All right, guys, bye.